Day 26, 12th service. On the 12th day of Christmas, my true love sent to me 12 drummer drummings, 11 piper pipings, 10 lords a leaping, 9 ladies dancing, 8 maids a milking, 7 swans a swimming, 6 geese a laying, 5 golden rings, 4 calling birds, 3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree. 12 days of Christmas. I like singing the song 12 Days of Christmas, but by the time I get to the end, the song begins to wear on me. The same thing can happen as we near the end of our Christmas celebrations. It did in one church in Minsk. I remember that phone call as if it was yesterday. My friend, the president of the Minsk Theological Seminary, where I was teaching, was the one calling. In addition to being the president of the seminary, he was one of the pastors of a large church in Minsk. After dismissing with the standard pleasantries, he asked me a question. Would you be willing to come and preach a Christmas sermon on January 8th? Then he explained. You see, this will be our 12th Christmas service, and all of our preachers in the church have said all they know about Christmas and even some things they didn't really know. For years, Belarusian evangelicals celebrate Christmas on December 7th, just like the Orthodox Church, the dominant religion there. Then, in the early 2000s, they began to celebrate Christmas twice, once on December 25th for church members and again on January 7th for evangelizing non-church members. This led to my friend's dilemma. By Soviet-era evangelical church traditions, the Christmas celebration spanned 3 days, January 6th, 7th, and 8th, with at least a morning and an evening service each day for a total of 6 Christmas services. When they decided to celebrate Christmas twice, this number doubled. Now the preachers in the churches had to come up with twice as many Christmas sermons. Understanding this, I agreed to preach at the last of these Christmas services that year for my friend. As I looked out at the crowd, I noticed almost all of them were over 70 years old, and most seemed a bit tired. They poured all they had left into that service, but it was evident having so many Christmas services had led to the ever-diminishing impact of each service. Regardless, these senior saints were determined to worship the Christ child with their whole hearts, even at this 12th Christmas service. Throughout the Christmas season, I want to be like these Belarusian believers and keep worshiping and praising the King born in a manger with passion and joy. However, to be honest, sometimes by the end of the Christmas season, I find myself being more like the chief priest and the scribes in Matthew chapter 2. When Herod inquired of them where the Christ was to be born, verse 4, they didn't have to investigate, discuss, or debate this question. They knew exactly where the Christ was to be born. In Bethlehem of Judea, for so it is written by the prophet, verse 5. They even quoted the prophecy of Micah 5:2 from memory. And you, O Bethlehem, in the land of Judah, are by no means least among the rulers of Judah. For from you shall come a ruler, who will shepherd my people Israel. Matthew 2:6. They had to know why Herod asked them about this, because the whole city of Jerusalem was in a stir due to the arrival of the wise men. Matthew 2:3. Yet when the wise men set out in search of the Christ child, they evidently made no effort to follow them to join in the worship. The question of the wise men, where is he who has been born King of the Jews, assumed that the Messiah these religious leaders had long been waiting for had come. Yet they made no effort to seek him out and worship him. What makes this even more amazing is that Bethlehem was only located about 5 miles from Jerusalem. The Savior had been born nearby, but the religious leaders had missed it. Now they had a chance to go see him, but they didn't bother to take it. They knew the prophecies about the Messiah's birth, but they had lost their passion. I fear that sometimes as I repeat the facts of Jesus' birth again and again during the Christmas season, I begin to lose my sense of awe and wonder. I don't want to do that. I want to hear the call, "Oh, come, let us adore him. Oh, come, let us adore him. Oh, come, let us adore him, Christ the Lord," and to respond with passion. I don't want to allow myself to become content simply with knowing that I should worship and whom I should worship. When that 12th Christmas service in Minsk came to close, the Christmas sermons and Christmas songs were packed away for another year. However, the desire and dedication to worshiping and serving Christ still shone bright in the eyes of those senior saints present. Every year, the Christmas season comes to a close, but the worship must continue on throughout the year.